ファイナルクローズディバイド。
3 years since its initial release in the arcades, Under Night In-Birth has finally made its way to the Western shores for the PlayStation 3 console. The latest entry from the creators of the popular Melty Blood franchise shows us just how far we've come from the traditional use of 2D pixel animations. The game's match system plays it safe with the 1 vs 1 2 out of 3 format. Despite the anime-influenced art style, a great deal of the movement is significantly tied to ground combat, with a few air-driven opportunities to satisfy the air dash mobility that players are often used to. What the In-Birth cast lacks in quantity, it makes up greatly in quality, giving players a unique experience for each character they come across. From a beast-conjuring sorcerer, a blood-sacrificing psychopath, to a flesh-eating creature with long stretching limbs, In-Birth's selection of fighters ensures that you'll be spending a great deal of time learning every nuance they have to offer. In-Birth's art direction is beyond breathtaking to look at, as they manage to keep their sprites bright and colorful in such a dark-themed world. Character movements seem to almost blur the line between gameplay and animation, making the need for perfecting movesets all the more rewarding. The soundtrack is beyond amazing, making it impossible to find a favorite amongst each character's driven theme in the game. The combat system in In-Birth is by far the most ambitious you may ever experience in a fighting game for various reasons. Sadly, there is not an in-game tutorial to explain just how deep the mechanic system works, so heading to your nearest community webpage or YouTube tutorial video is highly recommended. You will find that normal moves easily chain together, but that is just where it starts. Unlike most fighting games that use this system, In-Birth's chain combos allow you to cancel from any normal in the game, allowing for more unique combos that can throw your opponent for a loop at any moment. EX specials are relegated to the strongest normal, giving players a greater ease when it comes to executing the more damaging combos in their arsenal. The unique mechanic known as GRD takes controlling space to a new level. The GRD system will grant players access to powerful options that can keep the battle very much in their favor. Players will earn this reward by keeping the greater amount of squares on their side until the clockwise timer in the center does a full rotation. Squares can be earned simply by sticking close to your opponent while executing successful offensive and defensive maneuvers. Winning this tug-of-war will put you into what's called a Vorpal state, allowing you to earn meter, parry incoming attacks, and cancel normals and special moves to extend combos. The challenge for Vorpal state can grow exponentially with concentration, a mechanic that allows your opponent to easily steal the Vorpal state at the cost of meter. While the offensive options are plentiful, there are just as many defensive maneuvers to handle attacks. The shield option will allow players to push opponents back while taking away GRD squares from your opponent. Despite having this option available, guessing wrong on mix-ups can result in the player going into break state, which will hinder your ability to earn Vorpal state amongst other vulnerabilities for a small period of time. The guard thrust mechanic will allow you an offensive pushback from your opponent, but will come at the cost of your meter or Vorpal state. It will also put you into a break status, so it should be used with caution. The veil-off system, activated by using half of your meter, puts you at a greater advantage, especially when added to the Vorpal state. In this mode, attacks become even more powerful, players could come out of the break state, and supers can be activated at any time before the meter runs out. Infinite Worth EXS is the most devastating move in the game, giving you an opportunity to make a Hail Mary attempt to inflict major damage on your opponent. Although this desperation move can be a great way to finish your opponent, it should be used with extreme caution, as the conditions in which this move activates will come at a great cost if not done successfully. With a game that is bursting with great animation and deep system mechanics, you might just be wondering how well all this does online. Inburst's online system is very standard, but still manages to please. As with other online games, rank match and player matches are available. There is no arcade or practice mode request options available, so you will have to wait for players should you decide to create your own room. The online lobbies and player matches will hold up to 8 players and have a few options that will allow you to decide on how matches are played. Players will be able to spectate matches as they await their turn, and the overall activity seems to be adequate enough that you will not have to wait very long to find a willing participant. The netcode for Inburst is very much playable, even allowing for decent coast-to-coast matches given the type of internet connection you may have. Even at a 2-bar latency, I didn't feel like playing was a hassle. Lag spikes had yet to interrupt my matches, and the input delay felt playable as well. Under Night in Birth is definitely a game to be celebrated. It is unique in every facet, offering a change of pace and a fair amount of challenge for even veteran fighting game players. Newcomers may find certain characters may take a little more time to get used to, but with options that allow you to gradually ease your way into learning the system, it's definitely worth you giving it a chance. I can only hope that developers French-bred EXE continue creating these amazing fighting games for us to enjoy as they continue to get better and better with time.